Hello, I'm Courtney, what's up, and welcome to Book Talk. Today I'm going to be discussing The Titan's Curse by Riordan. This is the third book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, and I finished it yesterday, and I actually really liked this book the second time around. Like, this used to be my least favorite PGO book, but after rereading it, I actually had a really fun time reading it. I'm sure you all know by now I'm rereading the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. It's been so much fun. I have book talks on the first two books already, and it's just been so much fun rereading these books. I definitely enjoyed this more the second time around, and I really liked it. And if you haven't read this book yet and you do not want to be spoiled, I will leave right now because I'm about to go into spoilers, so bye not spoiling people! Okay, so the Titan's Curse, where do I even begin? Because so much stuff happened in this book. I was losing my mind. One of the very few things that I remembered was that Annabeth gets kidnapped in the beginning, but I forgot that she technically didn't get like kidnapped. She fell off a cliff, and I was like, wait a minute, whoa, what's going on? But then her body wasn't there, and I was like, what the heck? And then Percy had that dream, and she was with Atlas, aka the General, and I was like, what? All that matters is that my BB girl is safe now. We saved her. That's all that matters. Literally, I could care less about Artemis. Like, I'm sorry, but like, honestly, I was Percy the whole entire time just being like, okay, we gotta save Annabeth, alright? Sorry, Artemis, but like, Annabeth is #1 priority. Speaking of Artemis, it was cool to see her though, and I learned a lot about her because I've forgotten a lot of stuff about Artemis, and she was really cool. And it was also cool seeing the hunters. Like, oh my gosh, it was so lit in the beginning when like they were all about to die, and then all of a sudden those arrows started flying, and there were the hunters. It was so cool. And so when the hunters arrived, that's when we finally get to meet Zoe Nightshade, and I really liked her in this book. I don't know how I felt about her the first time around, but I loved her while reading this book the second time around. She was great. She's queen, and she deserved better. Yeah, she did not deserve to die, but I just really enjoyed her character, and I loved it whenever she would say thee or thy and use that old language that no one uses, and Thalia would just be like, okay Zoe, but no one says this, it's you. You just use you now. And so it's just like, what? Oh my goodness, Thalia. So we get to see a lot of Thalia in this book since she's a part of this quest to go save Artemis and Annabeth. And half the time I was like, okay, so Thalia can go choke, and the other time I was like, oh my gosh, Slay Girl, like, you're the best. I will say though, by the end of this book, I was loving Thalia because she didn't give in to temptation and destroy Bessie the cow, which I love Bessie, and she didn't go with Luke, and I was like, you go girl, you made the right decision, you know. And now she's Artemis's new lieutenant, which is really exciting, and she's a part of the Hunters, which I'm happy for her that she's the new lieutenant, but I'm still super salty that Zoe died because she deserves better. But I'm happy for Thalia. I forgot about the fact that Annabeth thought about being a hunter, and when Grover brought that up, I was like, oh no. Y'all, I felt so bad for my boy Percy, because Percy, when he found that out, he was like, oh yeah, I think I took that calmly. But then at the end, when Artemis was like, oh, I think I found out who I like want my new lieutenant to be, and Percy's just like to Annabeth, don't say yes, no, say no. And Annabeth is just like, what? And then Artemis is like, Thalia, it's you! The Percivus in this book was really nice. Like, I feel like Percivus really sparks in this book because, one, when they dance in the beginning, oh, it was so cute because Percy was like, who should I ask? And Annabeth is just like, me! And then at the end when they're on Olympus and Percy's just like, I think I owe you a dance, and they dance, and it was so cute. I love Percy and Annabeth so much, and I'm so glad my baby girl Annabeth is okay, because I was so worried for her, especially after Percy had that dream about how Annabeth found Luke, And then Luke was like, ha, you thought. And then she had to hold the sky. And now they have the gray streaks. Oh my gosh, I have even more new characters to talk about. There were so many new characters introduced in this book. It was great. But we finally get to see the D'Angelo siblings. And oh my gosh. Nico, let me talk about Nico first, because Nico is so precious. He's adorable in this. When he showed up, I was like, who is this little cutie? But I felt so bad for him when he was like, before Percy left to, you know, join the quest, Nico was like, can you promise me to protect my sister Bianca? And Percy's like, oh, well, I really shouldn't be making promises like that, but it's like, it's Nico, he's so cute, so Percy does. And that, in the back of my mind, I'm just like, heh, yeah, that promise is gonna break. Y'all, oh my gosh, Bianca D'Angelo, I can't believe I'm saying this, but she can choke. I was so mad at her when she decided to become Hunter. Like, I knew it was gonna happen, but still, I was so upset because literally she just met like the Hunters like 5 seconds ago. And then she's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna become a Hunter and leave my little brother behind and he can grow old and die and I'm going to shoot arrows for like ever. And I was like, honey, what are you doing? Bianca literally had no idea what she was doing. And then, like, she joined the quest, and I just thought that was so stupid, because I was like, girl literally just became a Hunter 5 seconds ago. Like, what is Zoe thinking right now? And I mean, for the most part, she did okay, like, and I feel like she did okay because of her immortal strength and all that stuff. I obviously was sad when she died because, I mean, she sacrificed herself to save everyone else, and she was also dying for Nico because she picked up that statue for Nico. But at the same time, I was so mad and was blaming her death on her because Percy literally told them all, oh, don't take anything, because that's what Aphrodite told him. Like, don't take anything from my junkyard because it could be cursed. But she still took that freaking statue, and I was like, Bianca, you know better than this. But it's whatever now because she's dead and she ain't ever coming back. And man, I felt so bad when Nico found out. I just like wanted to give him a hug because he doesn't deserve to feel this type of pain at such a young age, even though he's like really old since they're from like the early 1900s. Completely forgot about that. When they brought the Lotus Casino, I was like, oh no, they were in there for a long time and I felt so bad. And now Nico has gone who knows where, and he still doesn't even realize that he's the son of Hades. Bianca died not knowing that she was a daughter of Hades, because, you know, I mean, I know that they're children of Hades because I've read the other Percy Jackson books, but the whole entire time I was trying to figure out when exactly they were going to get claimed or when they were going to find out. But they don't. Percy and Annabeth and Grover find out before they do, and I was like, what? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for my baby Grover because he felt the presence of Pan. And by the way, I can't believe that Pan is so important. Like, I thought he was just in Battle Labyrinth, but no, he's been in like every single PGO book so far, and I'm just like, okay, cool. But he felt the presence and I was so happy for him. And then at the very end, he hears 3 words from him, I await for you. And I'm so happy for Grover because this is like his life goal. This is what he was born to do, basically, to find Pan. And now he felt his presence and he heard him and it's so exciting. But back to the quest. Oh my gosh, that Aphrodite scene though. Oh, I was so shook because Percy was like, oh, when she smiled, she kind of looked like Annabeth. And I was like, boy, if you don't, like, don't do this to me. This is causing me so many feels. Another great scene while they were on the quest was when they went to the Hoover Dam and they were talking about the dam snack bar. Ah, it was so good to reread that iconic scene. It was so funny. I was dying. And then we finally get to see Rachel Elizabeth there, which girl actually slayed though. When she showed up, I was like, wow, I'm actually liking Rachel right now. It was so funny when Percy's just like, this is a pen. And Rachel is just like, no, that's a sword, you weirdo. And then she helped him. She helped defend him and get those stupid warriors away. And I was like, girl is helping us out. This is great. And then we got to San Francisco, where we go meet up with Annabeth's dad, which didn't see that coming. I was like, oh, we're visiting him. Oh, great, because I've always been iffy about him. I mean, I like him, but then sometimes I don't. I don't know. But I liked him in this. He's like such a history nerd. I love it. That battle scene at the end was epic. It was so good because everyone was fighting, and then Annabeth's dad came later on, and then here we have Percy holding the sky, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was freaking out over that. But now he has a great streak with Annabeth and just, oh, Percy must be. But that battle was so good though. It was lit. And then we got to Olympus, and all the gods were talking, and then they were trying to get Bessie killed, and I was like, ain't no way you're gonna kill Bessie, and Percy's not gonna kill him either. And Percy was just like, you guys, I'm not gonna kill an innocent sea animal. Like, no, I'm not gonna do it, okay? And I was like, preach it, boy. I know you won't do that. And then they all voted for them to live, and it was very nice. And then Thalia became the hunter, and it was great. And then there was that epic party on Olympus, which was really fun. And I loved the conversation between Percy and Poseidon. That was so nice. I just felt so happy for Percy in that moment. But then it had to get destroyed because Athena went up and talked to him. And I was like, oh no. And then we finally get to have the reveal of his fatal flaw, which is loyalty. But then Athena was like, yeah, I don't approve your friendship with my daughter. And I was like, oh no. I kind of forgot the fact that Athena isn't the biggest fan of Percy, especially now because he's such good friends with Annabeth. And I was like, oh no. And then Percy was like kind of being all awkward and weird with Annabeth and didn't really want to talk to her because of that. And I was like, no, no, you two are still friends and you're meant to be together. Don't listen to her. All is okay though, because they still had that dance. And then they went back to Camp Half-Blood, and then Grover heard Pan, and it was great for the most part. I'm really excited to start Battle of the Labyrinths because I remember a good majority of that book, but I'm just like really excited for all the Perseus because Perseus really blows up in that book, and I'm really excited for it. But I think that's all I have to say for the Titan's Curse. Overall, I really liked it. I had a fun time reading it, and I hope you all enjoyed this book talk. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I am Courtney, and I'll see you all next time with a new video soon. So I will see you then. So bye. Yo.